It's not a secret that COP26 is a failure. The COP has turned into a PR event where leaders are giving beautiful speeches and announcing fancy commitments and targets, while behind the curtains, the governments of the global north countries are still refusing to take any drastic climate action. A 2-week-long celebration of business as usual and blah blah blah. They have had 26 COPs, and where has that led us? Over 50% of all our CO2 emissions have occurred since 1990, and about a third since 2005. As they continue to expand fossil fuel infrastructure, opening up new coal mines, coal power plants, granting new oil licenses, and still refusing to do even the bare minimum. The leaders are not doing nothing. They are actively creating loopholes and shaping frameworks to benefit themselves and to continue profiting from this destructive system. This is an active choice by the leaders to continue to let the exploitation of people and nature and the destruction of present and future living conditions to take place. They know exactly what they are doing. They know exactly what priceless values they are sacrificing to maintain business as usual. All this while the media is reporting on what people in power say that they are going to do, rather than what they actually do. Time and time again, the media fails to hold the people in power responsible for their action and inaction. And the climate and ecological crisis, of course, doesn't exist in a vacuum. It is directly tied to other crises and injustices that date back to colonialism and beyond. Crises based on the idea that some people are worth more than others and therefore have the right to exploit others and to steal their land and resources. And it is very naive of us to think that we could solve this crisis without addressing the root cause of it. But this is not going to be spoken about inside the COP. It's just too uncomfortable. It's much easier for them to simply ignore the historical debt that the countries of the global north have towards the most affected people and areas. Believing that our civilization, as we know it, can survive a 2.7 degree or a 3 degree hotter world is not only extremely radical, it's pure madness. To stay below the targets set in the Paris Agreements and thereby minimizing the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control, we need immediate, drastic, annual emission cuts unlike anything the world has ever seen. That means we will have to fundamentally change our society. And this is the uncomfortable result of our leaders' repeated failure to address this crisis. We are tired of their blah blah blah. Our leaders are not leaders.